And so I'm continuing with my series on what's in the Constitution. And again, this is a time in America where the Constitution is under attack. In every posting that I've done, I'm never fomenting against overthrowing the government or anything like that. What I'm just trying to do is just remind people of what the rules are that this country is supposed to be run by and the rules that our leaders are supposed to follow. So I already did one video on the First Amendment. The video today is one of the amendments that's probably talked about more than any other amendment, and that's the Second Amendment. And this is what the Second Amendment says. I'm reading you. Again, I didn't write this. This was written by the people who wrote these amendments. Nobody who looked like me had anything to do with writing these amendments. These amendments also, the amendments came to the Constitution basically in the 18th century when the United States was still, I guess what you'd call a kind of a frontier country. This is, again, shortly after the Declaration of Independence and the War of Independence that these amendments got written. And so it says, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So remember, again, the time, this is the 18th century. This is a time when people were living out by themselves in the middle of the woods or large ranches and farms where they needed protection against either marauding bandits or indigenous people who rightly felt that these strange Europeans have come and basically taken our land, taken places where we used to be able to roam and live and do everything freely. So there were a lot of different things out there. Also at that time, America did not really have a very large army. There was really no constabulary or police or anything like that. So there was a reason for people to be able to have firearms to protect themselves. And there was also a belief, remember, they had had a war against Britain, so they felt they needed to really protect themselves from an overreaching or overbearing government. So they felt like if we have arms, that the tyrants can't take over and tell us what to do. I'm just telling you so today this has become this whole thing that, we can have firearms, protect ourselves and so on. There's a big debate back and forth about the actual meaning of this, but this is what the Second Amendment actually says. And again, people just need to be aware of what's actually in the Constitution, what it says, and what it means to them. And before I forget, fuck Donald Trump, fuck MAGA.